So I guess I need to comment on this if I'm going to be an internet commentator, even though you've probably saw at least 10,000 other videos on this subject, but Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court, all that. Roll the title. I'm gonna make this brief. I'm gonna make this real brief here. At least the part where I stand in front of the camera. That's right, I half-assed my makeup because most of this video will be behind the avatar. Why? Because I am going to do the most
skeptic, anti-SJW, centrist thing ever.
And take the middle ground. Both sides are just bad, you guys. Both sides are just as bad as each other. I like to think of it more as, applying nuance to certain things. I don't always think it's good to necessarily pick one side of the fence and just stick with it. I mean, I don't go and watch the Young Turks and see what they have to say because I'm a leftist and they're a leftist, so we have to agree. I like to look at things and evaluate them. I really do like leftist YouTube. You guys are a lot better than what the skeptic community is nowadays. The skeptic community used to be like a primarily left-wing branch of YouTube who would take on mostly creationists. And now it's devolved into SJW wrecked videos. Blair White making fun of Riley Dennis's Adam's apple. Or, Andy Worski screaming at pop feminism videos and calling the hosts fat. I don't know, like I said, I would gladly take the new left on YouTube any day. However, you guys are a little bit too judgy on people ever breaking away from the left, which kinda makes the anti-SJWs a little right. So, I don't know, it's confusing. I hate everything. It's annoying. But yeah, so, with that being said, start up the audio only cool skeptic vid showing my nuanced middle ground status quo opinion.
Well, welcome back. The MezPets here. Remember, facts don't care about your feelings, libtards. Ha 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 ha. I like to make excuses for Donald Trump. Logic, reason. But okay, anyway, seriously, I'm going to talk about Kavanaugh. I have to. And forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name. Kavanaugh. Kava. Anyway, so this is the big issue that everyone is talking about right now. It's the hot button topic of this week and probably next week. I don't know when they're going to make their decision. Yeah, so we got the right wing, which is the side that supports Kavanaugh because, of course, he is a Republican. He was recently accused of sexual assault by a former classmate of his, and of course the Republicans are all like, "Nuh-uh, didn't do it. Liar." Or, if he did do it, not a big deal, just a schoolboy. Everyone does that kind of stuff. They're calling this woman a liar and being really critical for not remembering every detail of something that happened like 30 years ago and, just general flinging shit. Blind allegiance to this guy. Now, a lot of people, some of the more logical ones, are actually making the point that, innocent until proven guilty, which isn't that logical, but it is what it is. Some people don't want to say that at all. But most of them are just kind of slut-shamey and, just blind allegiance, like I said. So that is the side, the pro-Kavanaugh side, while the anti-Kavanaugh side, the leftists, the liberals, the communists, all those people, they are, of course, believing the victim. And that's a popular actual hashtag that is going around on the twits. Believe women. They constantly bring up things like rape culture and they bring up sexual assault statistics and about how a lot of victims are afraid to come forth because sexual assault is a hard crime to prove and there's a lot of dissection of people's pasts. And rightfully so, I understand why certain victims of sexual crimes don't necessarily want to come forward. They're already dealing with the trauma of the sexual assault, but now they have to deal with all these people and all these court cases and fees and people cross-examining them and all this kind of stuff. I completely get it. But where the nuance, where the science comes in, not really science, where the logic and reason comes in in my wonderful, nuanced, middle ground opinion is, I don't really know. Like, that's where I'm at with this. I don't know. I do know, based on what has been presented to the people of the hearing, is that Kavanaugh is a liar. He lies about his drinking. I mean, I don't have any hard evidence, just a bunch of classmates who are like, yeah, he was quite the alcoholic back in the day. So if he's willing to lie about that, maybe he's willing to lie about other things. And also, he may have been completely blacked out, so he might not technically remember, but he still would be guilty in that case. You don't get a fucking get out of jail free card because you're drunk. That's not how the law works, thankfully. But like I said, I don't know. And I just can't fully get behind the left on this because I don't like just taking people and believing their stories just because this is a common systemic problem in society. People do sometimes lie about sexual assault. Now, I know the statistics are on the left side, that it's a lot larger issue of people committing sexual assault and getting away with it than there are people who are making up sexual assaults, but that doesn't change anything. That doesn't make me blindly believe women. I just can't get behind that idea. I will believe the victim if there is a decent amount of evidence to support their claim. Now, I'm not saying that I believe they're lying if they don't have the evidence to back up what happened, but I can't just get behind this very basic catchphrase that works as a fucking Twitter hashtag. I just can't do it. Do I want Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court? No. He's a right-winger. I would like, ideally, someone who is more left-wing, especially with all this talk of overturning Roe versus Wade. Now, I know it's not that simple, and I'm not going to go ahead and get into all that. And to be completely honest, I don't even fully understand all that. But I know, enough to know that they can't just overturn Roe versus Wade. There's got to be more. There's a little bit more to it than that. But I still don't want him there. And I don't really want someone who commits sexual assault on the Supreme Court either. But like I said, I don't know for a fact that he did that. I'm leaning towards it, yeah, but it's not 100% for me. I'm not just going to get on the blue side of the fence and start screaming at the right side of the fence saying that he's guilty and that he's a rapist and da-da-da-da. I would be a lot more likely to call him an alcoholic before I would call him a rapist because there's a lot more evidence on the he's an alcoholic, actually still is an alcoholic, believe me. I have a lot of firsthand experience with alcoholism, and there is a lot of lying and a lot of denial included in that. So, yeah, that's probably not good either. Functioning or not, he probably even shouldn't be a judge if he has that bad of a drinking problem, but I don't know. That's his problem and his family's problem, and I just really don't want him on the Supreme Court, rape or not. I just really don't like how this has become such a frickin' partisan issue where it's either you support women or you don't support women. It's frustrating to me. So that pretty much sums up where I'm at, I guess, on this. Now you know. Now you have been dealt a handful of logic. You've been doused in cool liquid composed of logic, reason, no feelings, 100% facts, horseshoe theory approved, anti-SJW nuanced content. I am the Medspeds. This is my animated avatar. Next week I'll be on the Worski show with Sargon of Akkad and some other new Skeptic channel that already has 250,000 subscribers while I can't even break 1,000 even though I've been doing this shit for like 2 years. The jealousy. So subscribe and like and share. F no states, alt-right, something, something, something. Goodbye!